Alright, what's going on? What's going on? I couldn't bear to sit still during class. After getting permission to go to the infirmary, I escaped class and headed straight to the principal's office. If the boys came here, that was the only place they could go. What the hell is happening right now? I don't have any idea what's going on. I didn't have a clue why they came to the academy when nothing was solved, and how Yuri made it here too. What was that car they rode here in? I saw the 5 suspects as soon as I opened the office door. Time to interrogate everybody. Interrogate? Hey, what the hell happened to you Oh.
Oh, here you are. We were just about to call you.
Oh, right. This was the principal's office. Oh, Grandpa. I mean, Mr. Principal.
Aren't you just? If something like that happened, you should have just been honest.
What?
I have never taught you to lie.
Busted. I'm so busted. These boys must have told him everything. Thanks, guys. Look, so this is what happened. Even I couldn't believe.
If you told me from the start that our new teacher Yuri was the guardian for these boys, I would have taken care of the formalities faster.
Yes, I would like to get the formalities over with. Huh? What? What's going on? I looked at Yuri's beautiful face right away. Yuri winked at me over his sunglasses.
Yes, I heard their parents couldn't visit, and I feel sorry that they couldn't move into their original house because they were scammed. You should have told me that from the start.
Oh, that's,
Of course, I would have been surprised if you suddenly started living with boys, but there's nothing to worry about now, since Yuri here is going to supervise everything. I'm actually rather relieved that Yuri will be looking after you all. He's quite the role model.
Relieved? Wait, before that. What? Are you really saying Yuri is a role model?
Anyhow, everything has worked out well. I've been quite worried about you living alone, but now that Yuri here will watch over you, I'm relieved. You know, before, there was a time when teachers used to lodge at a student's house. Now that I think about it, I did too. Now, let's see. When was it? After Liberation? Then the academy was just in a temporary building.
Mr. Principal started telling his old stories. Let's first get the boys out of here. I quickly said bye to the principal and got out with the 5 boys. Okay, do some splaining. Please. What the hell happened? I understand you're surprised, but calm down. I can't calm down. Why are you guys here? And what's with the uniform and what the principal just said? Wait, oh, wait, stop! One at a time. We can't answer if you shoot at us like that.
Please calm down, Master. We'll explain everything. What happened was...
Back in time.
This is serious. We need to bring a guardian by today. Master looked so grim when she headed out. Shouldn't we do something?
I really don't see what we can do this time. There's nothing.
Then we will just have to hide ourselves for a while.
No, I really don't want to. But if we don't do something, she'll really start crying.
Oi, you saps. Get out. We need to go somewhere.
Go somewhere? Where?
I'll tell you when we get there. We don't have much time, so hurry up. Hurry.
Well, wait, don't push. What is this? I need to know before I go. And she told us to stay still in the house.
That is right. There is a high chance we will get into trouble if we go... Yeah, just get out. Don't worry, this is all for her.
Huh? And that's how we got here.
So everyone got out.
Yuri bought us these uniforms. I just want to say, I really hope on Yuri's route I find out how the heck he managed to get a teacher job, all this money, and pay for like all these things all the time. I really want to know. I'm very curious.
And that is how we got here.
What? So even you guys don't know? Well, that is how it is. What the hell happened, Yuri? You seem to be responsible for this fuss.
My honey, don't get so worked up. Of course, you do look cute when you pout.
Yuri!
Oh, all right. This is what happened.
According to Yuri, it went like this. The parents were quite worried about their precious sons in Korea. Just then, they met Yuri, who came over to learn about African music. And finding Yuri trustworthy, they asked him to be the guardian for their children. About to return back to Korea after finishing his studies, Yuri willingly took up the offer, and later came back to Korea as their legal guardian. Of course. Brilliant. I can't believe Grandpa, the principal, believed this story. Are there really that many Koreans in Africa? And they found Yuri trustworthy. That was the most ridiculous part of this whole thing. Okay, I get how you got away with that. But teacher? How did you suddenly become a teacher?
Oh, that's a secret for adults. You want to know? Alright, it's nothing shocking, but instead you have to.
You know what? Never mind. I think it's best if I don't know. Oh, come on! I want to know! I want to know! All the deets! Give me the deets!
Why? I said I'll tell you. Don't you want to know? Even when it's about me and not the other boys.
Honestly, I was a bit curious. A bit? But if I ask him to tell me, Yuri was going to ask for something weird. I'm not down with anything weird.
Is it related to those papers you gave that staff member as soon as we arrived?
Papers?
Yeah, Yuri said something while holding her hands when he handed the papers over. I think it was, Mademoiselle who hold the keys to my fate.
So fed up right now. Forged papers and a bribed staff member were all I needed to hear to guess what happened. Well, he's got away with the ladies. What can we say? Of course he used that beautiful face of his. But I'm having doubts about this academy having Yuri as a teacher. Yuri, a teacher? That worries me. At that moment, some teacher in the infirmary flashed through my mind. Well, maybe it's not that uncommon in this academy. I think it'd be best if I no longer think about how this academy is run.
Anyways, thanks to that, we don't have to worry about being apart. Thanks, Yuri. You are welcome. I actually wanted to live just with my honey, but then she'll be sad.
Yuri winks at me.
This is nothing if it's from my honey.
I unknowingly smiled at Yuri. He always plays around, but at times like this he's actually pretty mature, I guess. I was about to feel thankful towards Yuri, but then he probably messed everything up.
But next time, I hope my honey does one thing for me. Maybe something like being naked in an apron. Whoa.
Flash? A school bag flew towards his way. Seeing the bag flop on Yuri's face, I decided the gratitude I felt towards him didn't happen. It shifted instead to the person who threw the bag. Actually, never happened would be better. That beautiful face, though.
I feel quite dizzy thinking that I will have to go to this academy with these people. I'm only thankful that I am not in the same class with the worst one.
What? Same class? You've all been assigned classes already?
We haven't said. We've been assigned. Red and I are in sophomore class M, and Lance and Yeonho are with you in freshman class N.
Sophomore? You guys are sophomores? And Lance and Yeonho are in my class?
Well, we technically are supposed to be older than them. We even look older.
I actually wanted to be in the same class as you, but he kept bickering, so I stopped arguing.
We live in the same room, thinking about being in the same class. I wish to relieve myself of that.
The same academy and the same class. It really hits me now. I'll be going to this academy with these boys. I'm not sure whether this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Master,
Yes?
I don't know how you'll feel when I say this, but I'm so happy right now.
What?
I've waited every time you go out in the morning. Waited for you to come back. I thought it'd be the same even when I became human. I'm so happy I can spend my whole day with you like this that I'm about to cry.
Something bothered me about what Yeonho said. Waiting for me to come back. Even when I said I'm back at the empty house, there was someone to greet me. I was getting so used to being alone ever since Grandpa died. But he says he waited for me in that empty house until I came back. Aww. Made me all tickly again. Yeonho. Forget everything that's happening right now. Nothing to care about when he's smiling at me like that.
Then we'll be off now. Everyone, good luck.
Is this my first class? Ah, so nervous. All right, I'll definitely prove myself to everyone today.
I'll go back to the office since I have some things to check.
Everyone, be careful.
I told you not to worry. Just trust me.
I'm worried about you the most.
Let's see you all after class.
After partying with Tay and Red, I headed to class with Yeonho and Lance. And so it begins. I felt myself getting tense as we got closer to the classroom. Though I made up my mind, I kept getting nervous. Hey, sorry, Lance, for getting you involved like this. Is he mad? Things got complicated because of me. I'm sorry. Are you mad? He must be really mad. Oh, come on, don't look at me like that.
Not really. I am not mad. It is just... I am just upset that we have to go to this academy when we are still so vulnerable. I still do not know why we have become humans. And besides, I still...
Yes?
No, it is nothing. Is this the classroom?
Huh? Yes, it is. Freshman Class N. This is the classroom, Lance. Yeonho and I will be together from now on. I love this music so much. Lance opened the classroom door. Aw, thank you. I can barely see because of the dazzling sunlight coming from the windows. Lance, Yeonho, Tay, Red, and Yuri are my precious dolls. But one day I woke up to find that my dolls have come alive. And more, we will be going to the same academy. I hope nothing happens. Will everything be okay? Anxiety starts creeping up on me as I think about what lies ahead. So many decisions, so many bad endings to try and avoid at first. Oh, such anxiety. I hear you, girl. Okay, here we go. What is waiting for us now? On Yeonho's route. I shake off my fears and tread step by step towards the classroom. We can do this. One chapter has been ended. Ah, let's save. First day. Our first day together. Sure enough, the class started to stir as soon as we entered. Nothing surprising. I mean, considering all that fuss in the morning, silence would have been strange. After looking around the class with his serious face, Lance opened his mouth. He looked colder and a bit nervous at seeing all those people.
Do I sit there?
He pointed at the empty seat right behind me. The original owner of the seat followed his parents and moved to the countryside. I was about to say that it's probably okay when he strode into the class. I guess he doesn't need my answer. What?
Oh my god!
What? Hearing Soy's voice, I turned around.
There's one single reason why I was born. That is... C-U-T-E, boys!
I turned around as I couldn't bear to see my friend embarrass herself. Everyone else avoided her in the same way. Why are we always the embarrassing ones, Soy? Why can't we be the hot ones? Just once.
Welcome, transfer students. Since it's your first time here, things won't be so smooth. If anything gets uncomfortable, don't hesitate to ask the class president.
FYI, the class president is me. Everyone was appalled to see her laugh twice as loud. She's usually a bit over the top, but today she seems a bit crazy. Amongst all this, Shinbi, who was used to everything, stood there without the slightest change of expression. Soy gave Lance her $1,000,000 smile and held out her hand. But Lance completely ignored her soft, girly hands and ran away. Then he marched to his seat with that cold as ice face of his.
Huh? Hey, hello, bonjour, yo, hey, you!
Ignoring his brutal indifference, she followed him. I don't remember this at all last time. Is this different? Well, alright, Soy, you can have him this time. I'm not doing his route. It's really almost admirable the way she turns into an Amazon warrior when she notices cute guys.
Hey, good morning. She's at it again after seeing a cute guy.
Of course she is. It is Soy, after all. Hardly surprising now. She started worshipping cute guys since the beginning of the semester.
This time she's really determined to seduce one and fill her life with roses.
Her willpower is amazing. To be honest, something like this has actually happened before. Are we gonna get a flashback? I think it was the first day Mr. Yujin came to our school. Oh, I want to see this. The first day he came, no one ever dreamed that he was a bit kooky. So that day, Soy made a fuss about finally meeting the Prince Charming of her life. And the very next day, she started hitting on him like crazy. Naturally, the result was devastating. To be honest, since there was a rumor that he liked bones, we did hope for a tiny bit. But even Mr. Yujin, whom we thought was a bit off, couldn't seem to handle Soy. But a few days later, she bounced right back from the heartbreak. And then she stormed into the infirmary like Medea, ready for revenge. Flashback? Yes!
Why? What was the problem? Can't you see my cute face and these fantastic curves on my body? I mean, not to brag, but you already know, don't you? I'm the Madonna of this academy.
Unlike what she said, she bore no hint of shame. Actually, he must have been more embarrassed to hear what she was saying. She went rattling on without a change in expression.
Explain to me. Explain. What is it about me? Why that bone thingy and not me?
Soy, all worked up menacingly, pointed at Mr. Yujin's skeleton model. The skeleton model Mr. Yujin was caressing so dearly was called Beatrice. According to him, Beatrice bore the name of an old noble family that traced back to the Middle Ages. He also added that she was an honest and lovely girl who knew how to show her mind as it is. Well, if there was a mind in there. The problem is that she shows everything as it is, even her bones. Ha ha ha. Yes, cutie, you get it.
Are you comparing yourself to Beatrice right now? Alright, how laughable. If you really want to know, I'll tell you. You
Yeah, what about me?
have too many useless things.
What?
I'm talking about that. Those tissues in between your skin and bones, especially those around your chest. How useless. Compared to that, everything about Beatrice is perfect. She is the ultimate perfection without anything to throw away. She is God's masterpiece.
Mr. Yujin shook with excitement as he praised Beatrice. And so I blankly stared at her breasts Mr. Yujin just pointed at. Yeah, those useless things are fat. Good grief. Aww.
Was I just dumped? For having these?
In complete shock, she froze at the spot. Yeah, usually you'd think that would be an asset. Leaving Mr. Yujin to whisper his love to Beatrice, Shinbi and I dragged Soy out from that place. Shinbi and I ended up having to support Soy as she walked lifelessly back home. Aw, Soy. Soy needs some love in her life. Lance coldly ignored Soy and sat down at his seat. And Yeonho, who stood there awkwardly, hesitated and shook her hand.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeonho said while blushing. As soon as she saw that, Soy squealed and tried to hug Yeonho.
Oh!
Thankfully, Shinbi followed and managed to stop her. Thanks, Shinbi. That's my chick.
He's scared.
Shinbi soon dragged Soy away, who was breathing heavily. Her eyes were still burning with desire. Hey, get out of here. She's not thinking of staying like that the whole day, is she?
She looks sick. Will she be okay?
No, but that's normal for her, so don't worry. She's always been like that. Yeonho seemed confused, but soon nodded. You'll get it by the end of the year. He went to an empty seat up front and quietly sat down, but he kept looking at me from his seat. I put my bag down and unconsciously turned around. Even though Soy wasn't around, no one thought to go over to Lance. I felt like Lance was surrounded by an invisible wall of ice. Well, we are in the same class now. Should I go talk to him? Hey, Lance?
What is it?
No, it just hit me that we're really in the same class now. I still can't believe we're going to take classes together. How are you feeling?
It really is.
What, you feel the same?
Yes, it is as if I am in a dream too, and I hope I wake up from it soon.
Oh. Ugh. Why is it so impossible to have a conversation with him? But I can't give up now. Come to think of it, until now I was just busy worrying. But I'd been dreaming about this every day. My dolls have become humans. There were so many things I wanted to do if I could actually talk with my dolls. Now that the matriculation problems are solved, I can actually enjoy the situation. Hey Lance, next recess I'll show you around the building. There are a lot of famous things about our academy. There should be a lot of flowers in the backyard around now.
I already know.
I'm wondering if Cutie is focusing on Lance so much because, like, her heart remembers being with him and she, like, subconsciously knows she should be spending a lot of time with him. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's weird. What?
I already know about your life in the academy. You took the flowers in the backyard to your grandpa, and that famous bread in the cafeteria always runs out fast, so you rarely eat it. Did you think I would not know?
How?
Because you have already told me.
Oh.
That weird girl I saw earlier is Soy, and that girl rubbing a file on Yeonho's hair is Shinbi. You said you are lucky to have met those friends.
I looked by my side and saw Shinbi rubbing a plastic file on Yeonho's hair. Why are you doing that? Yeonho was near tears and asked her to stop, but looking at Shinbi's face, it was not going to end soon. Shinbi? What are you doing? I've never seen Shinbi laugh like that.
Is she laughing? She looks expressionless to me.
It's rich coming from you. No, I can see it. She's having a lot of fun right now. It's really rare to see her like that.
Do you notice those things if you are friends?
Huh? Yeah, I guess so. After hearing Lance say that, I really felt it. I've become really close to those friends without realizing. Now I can guess what they are thinking from the slightest change in their expressions.
But
Hmm?
you will never tell those friends the truth.
This is weird. It's like they kind of remember things that happened last time. It's kind of freaking me out. Lance looked at me and then turned his head to Yeonho, who was being tormented by Shinbi. I could tell what he meant as I turned to see Yeonho, too. The truth that they are actually dolls. And my hobby I never told anyone about. I froze as I realized that.
You were unable to tell them even though you were close.
That's... Everything Lance said out bluntly was true. And that was why I couldn't bear to listen to him. There's nothing I can do. They are my most precious friends, and I do not want to lose them. If I could stay friends with them by not telling them the truth, I will not tell them until the end. Being brutally honest isn't always good. I could feel my voice sinking even as I spoke. Although I value my friends, I knew what I was doing was really hypocritical. But I'm too scared to tell the truth.
Well, all right. It is none of my business anyways. You are free to do whatever you wish. And I wish you would think the same. You are indeed my owner, but things are quite different right now.
I will go to this academy without making a fuss, Lance added coldly. I can feel things won't go so smoothly from now on. And another chapter has been ended.